Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is the Global Farmer. If you are new here, my name's Acosta Mondia. Today, I want us to talk about the different land measurements that most people have gotten for their farms, that most people have gotten for their gardens. It's important that we understand the different sizes of land that we can actually acquire. So the smallest usually unit of land measurements for agriculture is usually a Lima. So a Lima is land measuring about 2,500 square meters. 2,500 square meters. So in most cases, the general rule of the thumb for a Lima is usually 50 meters by 50 meters. So when you get a land that measures 50 meters by 50 meters, then that is a Lima. However, I must be quick to mention that that may not be the only dimension. There are other ways you can mix this to give you the 2,500 square meters. Okay, so a Lima as well can be 25 by 100. Okay, 25 by 100 meters, that is 25 meters by 100 meters. It will still give you a 2,500 square meter. It's possible it can actually be 20 by 125. It will still give you a 50 by 50 or a 2,500 square meters. So there are many dimensions through which you can measure this and you still arrive at a Lima. What is the second one that you need to consider in most cases when it comes to land acquisition? The second one is an acre. Especially for our friends elsewhere, Limas may not be very much talked about, but what people talk about usually is an acre. An acre is land measuring about 4,900 square meter. Okay, 4,900 square meters, that usually constitute what is referred to as an acre. Okay, there are many other dimensions as I've already shown that you can use to calculate and still arrive at an acre. The whole issue is understanding that an acre is 70 meters by 70 meters. Okay, I'm ready to go to my farm, so I just thought I should share this with you. Apart from an acre, usually one of the biggest sizes that we use to measure land is a hectare. So a hectare is land measuring 10,000 square meters. Okay, land measuring 10,000 square meters, meaning its length is 100 and its width is 100. So it's more of a square in terms of the general measurement. So when you acquire that land, which measures 100 meters by 100 meters, then what you have is a hectare. Okay, this is usually what most agricultural people use to measure productivity and many other things. Okay, so if you are growing your maize, people ask you how many bags or tons do you produce per hectare. This is what they actually imply. Okay, so I wish to state quickly here that there's a relationship between a Lima and a hectare. Okay, so when we measure our 4 Limas, 50 by 50, plus another 50 by 50, that is half an hectare. Okay, so 2 Limas is actually half an hectare. Then when you add these Limas, because when you add these 2 Limas, it will be 50 by 100, so that is half an hectare. However, when you get the 4 Limas and put them together, what you have is a hectare. Okay, that piece of land is now referred to as a hectare. So 4 Limas will give us a hectare. However, I should be quick to mention, usually we are tempted to think that 70 by 70 is slightly bigger than 2 Limas or slightly bigger than a hectare. That temptation is actually in our mind because we think of 70 and also 70. Then it means if I decided to get a 70 by 70, which is an acre, it's better than getting a 50 by 50, two of them. But today I want to counsel you That do not forget that 70 by 70, which is an acre, simply gives you a 4,900 square meters. It's slightly less than half an hectare. That is how interesting this whole mathematics is. So that is less than half an hectare. Therefore, we want to encourage you that where you'd want to get 2 limas, you are better off getting 2 limas than getting an acre, because 2 limas are slightly bigger than an acre, despite it sounding like 70 by 70, like it's closer to 100.